All right. Anyways, Brad Marchand suspended for 2 games for stabbing Jake Dotchin in the balls. So he got 1 game for each ball that he fucking stabbed him in. And it made sense. I know a lot of people are like, well, why didn't Sidney Crosby? Because what Sidney did, don't you see, is he turned his fucking stick sideways. And he gave him a little tap of the ball bag. Like the same level that when, the doctor, you go to get a physical, he has you cross your legs and, he hits you and your knee goes up, right? Just like that. He was just testing the guy's reflexes. So he gets no suspension or a penalty. Plus he has those big pouty lips and everybody feels bad for him. That's the genius of Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby has a look on his face, like right before you make your girlfriend cry, and then you're like, oh my God, she's going to cry, so you just abandon your argument. Like, that's what his face looks like. So I think that's why he's able to get away with what he gets away with. Plus, he's a superstar and he makes everybody a ton of money. So Brad Marchand, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I remember Brandon Pruss fucking stabbed him in the nuts when we were playing Vancouver a couple of years ago. And then what's funny is to listen to Jack Edwards. When he sees Marchand, he's such a fucking homer. He's just sitting there going, whoa, look at that. That is blatantly out of the rules. That is a delicious video for the boys in New York. Hope you enjoy your day off. Like, talking about definitely a suspension. And then Marchand, fucking just, he uppercutted this dude's nuts. His stick was not on the flat side, like he was giving it a backhander, He did an uppercut with the stick to the guy's taint and ball area. And, when your wife tells you to shovel the driveway and you're already pissed at you, you know how hard you throw those first 2 fucking scoops of snow over your shoulder? That's how hard he hit this guy in the fucking nuts. And I got to tell you, as a Bruins fan, I was like, oh my God, he just fucked us over because he just got kicked out of the game. I think it was still 0-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And we were waiting to, to see if we were going to make the playoffs. I'm like, oh my God, it was right at the end of the first period. I'm like, he's going to get kicked out. That's going to fucking, give Tampa a little jump in their game. They're going to win this fucking game. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. And then we're going to, I catastrophize in my head. What if we fucking, don't make the playoffs because of that? Playoffs! But fortunately, we ended up winning, I think 4-1 or 4-0. And if we beat Ottawa tonight, we can actually, we at the very least are going to be a wild card. But I don't feel like playing fucking the Capitals right now. They're looking like world beaters. But eventually you will have to play them. But it'd be nice to maybe have a chance to win a playoff series. We'll see how we do, though. You never know. Goaltenders if they get hot at the right time of year, there's no telling how far you could go in these Stanley Cup playoffs. I feel like, for me, I just feel that that's actually become part of my vocabulary now, because every time Nia watches those fucking reality shows, people always go, for me, or to me, I just feel. And now I've done it so much, now I'm doing it. So I am officially Bill Kardashian right now. All right? I'm not thinking about transitioning. I'm not going to dye what's left of my fucking, I got my head shaved now. My beard, I'm not going to dye it fucking jet black, But like a Kardashian, I did marry an African-American. So I feel like I'm halfway there. I think I could actually say that I'm one of their cousins. I don't know. Oh, I see a Photoshop coming. Anyways, to get back to the hockey. So we're in the playoffs for the first time in 3 fucking years. So it's great to be in there, and hopefully we'll beat Ottawa tonight. And I bet Marchand cost himself a little bit of fucking money there. I would think in his contract that he gets a bonus if he gets 40 goals. And the man was sitting on 39. We're going to play Ottawa tonight. Forget about the rest of the game that he could have played in Tampa. Playing Ottawa tonight. And according to the Puck Off podcast, hosted by Joe Bartnick on the All Things Comedy Network, he said that Ottawa's got a lot of injuries in their defense. Who knows? Who knows? So I guess what you take away from all of that is that if you're in the NHL, if you're going to fucking hit somebody's ball bag, you do it with the flat side of the stick. All right? You get yourself, some collagen injections into your lips like a Kardashian. I don't know. Maybe they did. It didn't. I don't know. So you look like you're about ready to cry like Sidney Crosby, and you will not get suspended. All right? But I actually heard Crosby the other night fucking slash somebody and almost took the end of his fucking, like the end of the guy's finger was hanging off. You know? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that guy, he's going to have there's not really like any of the goons anymore. They used to have like players like Crosby used to just have like security. Like back in the day in like the 80s, like the fucking tough guys back in the 80s were like, They did everything but just have like blue blazers on and earpieces standing next to the goal scorers. If you went anywhere near them, they'd fucking murder you. And I'm trying to think of who the Penguins have. Penguins never really had a goon. They had a bunch of fucking knee breakers. They were really into like, well, we're not going to fight you. We're just going to end your career. Blow out your fucking knee, board you, and that type of shit. Filthy fucking franchise. But, you know, the Penguin is a dirty bird, isn't it? Sort of the pigeon of the Antarctic. Isn't it? What else is going on this weekend? Oh, I'm going to be in San Antonio for not one show, for two shows at the Majestic Theater. Oh my God, it's so majestic. They added a second show. I'm going to be doing some morning radio tomorrow to hype that second show. Doing not one show, I'm doing two shows. Like Brad Marchand. I'm not going to fucking stab you in one ball. I'm stabbing you in two. I'm not going to get suspended for one game. You're suspended for two. I'm going to do one show for every game Brad Marchand was suspended. Okay? Was unfairly targeted because he in a moment of emotion, he used the shoveling the snow fucking technique, and he did not have the Sidney Crosby pouty lips for when he went to the board in New York. I think that's what Crosby does, you know. He doesn't even have to go to New York. They just fucking put him on Skype. And he just sits there like, hi, guys. I'm sorry. You know, I was just having a bad period. Oh, isn't it amazing how much I could talk without even knowing what the fuck... I don't even know what I'm talking about here.